Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? Hannah got me a cup that allows me to poke myself in the eyeballs when I'm drinking my coffee. I can turn it around if I need to. Don't you love what my hair is doing today? Oh man. Ah! It truly looks like I put my finger in a socket. Oh my, oh my, oh my. It's Tuesday. Tuesday. I did a recording yesterday, but it didn't work again, so I have to reboot my computer. Like, instead of just putting it on sleep, I need to clean up my computer a little bit, I think. But anyway, hopefully this will work. I don't even. Yesterday, what was I talking about? It was just on being grateful for things and thankful for things. And Mondays are actually fresh starts to the week, and they are filled with hope and anticipation. Even though sometimes we get a bad case of the Mondays. I know when I'm having a bad day at work or something, I'll be like, it's the Monday Thursday ever. And it's kind of makes people laugh, and we carry on. We carry on. Anyway, but Mondays are filled with hope. There should be. They're a constant reminder that we have a second chance and things have not, um, we haven't missed the boat. That we still can do what we need to do, and we've been called to do something. Um, and today I didn't wake up with anything deep or pressing, just a spirit of gratitude for sure that we have um, a very soft place to sleep at night and a warm, cozy home to live in. We don't have much, but we have way more than most. And I'm very, very thankful for that. It was interesting. I was going to look for um, tonight's supper in the freezer, the meat that goes with supper in the freezer. And yeah, I was like, oh, I can't find it. And I know it was there. I couldn't find it because there were so many blessings in that freezer. There's so many blessings. And I was overwhelmed by it. And I'm not, um, I always have more than I need and more than I realize. Sometimes you get into that mode where there's nothing to eat and you know everything's full. It's just that everything's frozen. And so, um, or it's in a form that needs to be prepared. um, so yeah, sometimes it's like there's nothing here to eat, and yet there's so many things to bless us, and yeah, it was just interesting. I found what I needed, and it's set to thaw, and yeah, it's all good. But it was one of those moments where it's like, wow, God, really, wow, wow, which is kind of cool. You know, it's cool to be able to say I have too much, and not everyone can say that, and it's pretty cool that when you've been blessed, you need to turn that blessing around and over. And I am in a circle of very generous people, um, and I'm thankful for that. It's interesting because someone donated a collection to our church, a collection of stuffed animals. And they are very well kept, and they were truly a collection. They were not played with. And so my pastor now has this opportunity to sell them to make money. But his desire is not to put money in his pocket or put money even in the church's coffers. His desire is to take that money, and this wonderful lady passed from cancer, and so he wants to send the money to cancer research. And here he is willing to take his time and his energy to do that. And it's just such a great part of the ministry I find myself adjacent to because of um, where my company's office is. We rent from our church, and so I'm adjacent to our pastor's ministry on a regular basis, and I watch, and what people don't see on Sunday mornings is the hours of doing for other people. And it's interesting because his whole being is, but it just needs to get done. I got to go here because I got to talk to so and so, and I got to go here because I got to talk to so and so. And it's his way of life. This is not a task. This is not a chore. This is how I do things. I just take care of people. And it's really amazing to watch him in action on a regular basis, because he just is constantly thinking other, constantly. And it's not, how can I get pat on the back? It's not, how can I turn this into a sermon illustration? He does all that work some other time. Like when he's there, if a phone call happens, goodness, if I interrupt him, and I'm probably his biggest, stop talking at me. I'm probably the worst offender there, but like it's constantly caring for other people. And it's not, there's no agenda to get something or to manipulate someone into the kingdom. It's like, no, I'm going to do this work on behalf of the kingdom, and God's going to multiply it. God's going to do with it what he wants, and I'm just going to keep living my life. And the fact that I'm a pastor gives me the freedom to do this part of the job and this part of the job. Like other people would want to do this, but they might have their own, I would tell you it's a 40-hour a week for him, but it's not. It's all hours of the week for him. And yeah, it's just interesting when he does stuff like this. And I just thought, wow, like who does that? It's not like he just donated them to Value Village and let them figure it out. No, he's like, no, this meant something to her. This meant something to her parents. I am seriously going to poke my eyeballs out. I'm glad I have glasses. But it's just like, it's such a really cool thing to watch happen. And I look at it and go, okay, so how can I simply live life and allow my life to further the kingdom, right? I don't have to set out a goal to raise this much money and go overseas to here or there or build a building or, I build my life every day. And I think it's remembering that life is the mission. You've been given a mission. Should you choose to accept it? And don't poke yourself in the eyeball with your coffee today. Yeah. That's where my brain is today. And it could come down to something as simple as sharing a stuffed animal. It could. Making a donation, even to a secular organization. Like really ask God, where do you want this money to go? But if you do it on behalf of the kingdom, it will not be void. It will not be an empty gesture. And it's about him. It's make it about him, not about you. And that, do all things unto the Lord. Go to work today for Jesus, not for your company. I mean, yeah, you get a paycheck, which means you get more stuff in the cupboards so you can feed your kids and, have fun when you can. But do it for Jesus, doing it for the kingdom. Crunch those numbers for the kingdom today. Pick up that garbage for the kingdom today. And you never know how you're going to impact people. See what ministries you're already adjacent to and get involved. Because God's already working, whether you've joined him yet or not. Anyway, I gotta run. Sorry it was such a rambly thing. It was just something that was on my brain. Just watching this in action is quite a privilege. I'm very, very privileged in that. So many blessings to remember today and many eyeballs to watch out for. It's such a cute mug, but yes, I will have to finish the cup by going this way and poking myself in the cheeks instead. Anyway, love you lots. Mwah. We'll talk to you later. Bye.